Welcome back. Welcome back. Talking about a team that no one seems to be talking about that's playing unbelievably good basketball as of late. Miami Heat, man, they've been on an absolute tear. 5 straight. We're playing at Denver at the moment of recording, but 8-2 in their last 10, 5 straight. They're playing really good ball. If they win tonight, they're one game back in the win cup. They'd have the same amount of losses as the Knicks, and they'd be 34-25. Knicks are 35-25. You win that next game, you got a shot to be the 4 seed, and then you're in kind of striking distance of the Cavs and the Bucks for a top 3 seed. For a team that looked dead in the water, they look great.
They're better than the Cavs.
Yeah, right now they are.
Okay.
Right now they are.
And Matt, I know we touched on this earlier off camera. Jimmy said it's time to go. Okay. Your stars, we talked about this after All-Star break. You didn't see our video. We talked about Jokic. Your stars after All-Star break, if they're real stars, if they're all NBA caliber players, they're picking it up after the All-Star break. They're locking in for the playoffs. They're starting to get that muscle memory, start to get that rhythm in for the playoffs. Everybody knows playoff Jimmy, playoff Miami. Shout out D-Rob. Okay, shout out the whole squad.
They're playing excellent, excellent ball. And, people just aren't really thinking of this team. Maybe it's just me. I thought they were dead in the water, and I thought last year was kind of a fluke run. But their schedule to the end of the season is really easy in the grand scheme of things. You have a lot of games versus the Pistons and the Wizards, and you have a couple tough stretches in there, like 2-3 game stretches, but nothing that's really going to make a difference. I could easily see them winning 60% of these games. Then come playoff time, you get to play the Knicks in the first round if it ended today. I think I pick Miami. They beat them last year. The next round, you get Boston, and it's Boston's number one kryptonite.
Jimmy is Jason Tatum's dad, so that would make him Deuce's grandfather.
That's very crazy.
What a show we run, really.
Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for the rookie.
For who?
The rookie, Jaime Jaquez.
Oh, yeah. Jr. He's got a deep bag to him, dude. They wouldn't trade him. They wouldn't trade him for $1 trillion.
And I feel like he is the glue, so to speak, for everybody. When you get to draft a rookie who is actually playing, significant minutes for your team and in the clutch and, in the fourth quarter, I think that and making big plays in those, minutes, I think that really shows, your trust. And if you have trust within, the youngest member of your team, the fresh meat, I think that really shows.
We run the worst show on YouTube. We really do.
It's this idiot right here.
It's the dude to my left.
All right. But no, the Heat to me, they just have the recipe for playoff success, and it doesn't really make sense to me because if you look up and down this roster, you're like, oh, that guy's pretty solid. Oh, he's solid. And I'm one of those people that I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Miami Heat hater, but they just continue to prove me wrong every single time. Jimmy Butler has decided to become playoff Jimmy right now, and I think he's playing really, really good basketball. To me, I don't know if I've just seen spurts in this few game stretch here, but to me, Bam looks so much more dominant in a way that I didn't really get to see in the playoffs. He was very good in the playoffs, don't get me wrong, but he just looks like he's turned it on for the entire season at this point. And Terry Rozier was an underrated trade. That's just another guy on the perimeter that can just go and give you a bucket at really any time you kind of need it. And the backcourt of him and Tyler Hero is something to be reckoned with. Seriously, you got to have good guard play in the East, and now you have two guards that can go at, let's say, a Drew Holiday and a Derek White. That's a good matchup for the Heat. It really, really is.
Okay, if you want to win games around this time of the season, everybody needs to be locked the fuck in. The fact that for a regular season game, they ride for each other. You seen that shit with Zion? They flooded the fucking They flooded the court. They waited outside the locker room last year. It's always something with them. They're a band of brothers, dude. They're all tight. And they're ready to fucking scrap. I feel like they're just locked in right now. That's the type shit that happens when you're really dedicated to winning and you really care about the result of these games. These are regular season games that they're treating like Game 7 of the finals. They're playing hard as fuck.
100%. And, also got to give it to Spo, man. Spo is as I say, top 3 in the league right now, just in regards to
I would even
coaching.
argue one.
He's probably the best coach in the NBA.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that shows why those guys, go so hard during the games and fight for each other and fight to win. And I think that's what really gives them that edge in the playoffs is having a great coach and a great coach to instill that sense of family and unity so that you can continue to push throughout not only the regular season, but throughout the playoffs as well for you to, back-to-back Eastern Conference finals, make it to the finals against the Denver Nuggets. I think that shows a lot.
Also, real quick, I still think, I don't know why the hype died down. Tyler Hero is severely underrated.
Oh, big time.
Is that fair, Matt? You're making a weird face.
No, I'm not a big. I'm really
But
just
you
not.
can acknowledge.
No, I think he's become slightly underrated now. Yes, I think the hype was just way
So
blown
much
out of
better
proportion.
than-
But
Dude, he's very good.
no,
And
definitely.
I think that wouldn't even be a thing if he was able to show up. We know he was injured last season, during the finals. And with that being said, all those cats that come out of Kentucky, a huge problem. And Tyler Hero is definitely about to show everybody this season, big time, prime time, playoff time, who he is. You feel me?
They just continue to do it where they just grab a guy and he just seems to play really, really well. Like a guy
He culture, bro. They're right.
I know. It's like to the point now where like you just have to believe it. I think like if they go deep in the playoffs again this season, you just have to believe it. Like this team to me just kind of has like you could just tell they're a better team this season than they were last, just based on the fact that they're winning these games when they haven't had a consistent lineup. It's similar to what we saw the Cavs do earlier in the season when they went on their run. Like they didn't have their main guys in, like Jimmy Butler and Nikola Jovic were just out for the suspension. And then you have Tyler Hero, who's out tonight at Denver. Then you have Jimmy Butler, who is injured for a bit. Bam Adebayo, or like they just have guys missing, and when they're all together, you just see it. And like they have majority of their roster tonight at Denver, and they're down 5 at half right now. But they just have a group of guys that can play a really any sort of style, and they just impose themselves onto teams that like you just can't really like. They just make these adjustments like mid game like this, where they know okay they're attacking us this way, let's do this, and they can play any which way.
Fucking coached.
Yeah, they can play any way because of the versatility of Bam, because he can guard a 5 and he can guard a 3. So like the versatility of that is crucial.
The number one thing, he's in the running for Depoy, right? He has odds.
Yeah, I think he still has odds.
The number one thing with a team like that is like, and this comes from like being in locker rooms before and like seeing this shit like really go iron for iron where your boys like they hold each other accountable. Like I know UH was big on that, like really hold it down, and I think Halo's been a good vet for them, kind of doing that kind of thing. I know Jimmy definitely holds people accountable in practice, but like they have a coach as well who's holding them accountable. How Tyler Hero took a bad shot the other day, he got yanked. I saw it on TikTok. He got immediately yanked. And like they just got a real fucking tight organization over there. And that shows when the lights come on, like in serious games. Not like a regular, it's the 10th game of the season, the Heat are losing, whatever. Like now when it's really time to go, last year when it's time to go, they go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. The year before they go to Eastern Conference Finals. Like when the organizations that are tightly wound like that and whipped up into shape, like when it's time to flip the switch, they flip the switch. That's how I feel about the Nuggets, by the way.
Yeah, I have 2 final little things here. One, it's kind of going off what you said, Finn. It's the brutally honest system. Like guys are not afraid to say, okay, that was fucking terrible. You need to fix this and do this. And the guys respond. Like that's like literally what it comes down to. Like, can you just be honest with your teammates and give them tough love? Like literally, can you do that?
There's no egos in that locker room.
Yeah. And the second thing is they have a guy, as much as I don't think he's at this level, but they have a guy who just somehow seems to go and mentally and physically will the team in Jimmy Butler. And you just need one of those guys to win a championship. And I think we've seen them be close enough to where this might be the year. Because the East, to me, I don't want to say it's wide open because I think Boston's very, very good. But I give
it's
Miami
wide open, dude. It's
but-
stripper pussy open.
I just give Miami the best chance to beat Boston out of the East, no matter how good any of the other teams are. I just think Miami gives them the best shot.
Bing bong.
No.
Boom! And also, let me throw this out there. This is exactly what I was saying about Ant. Can you be that, Jimmy? Can you be the guy who is in the locker room before the game? Y'all, we're not losing tonight, and go out and win a game for your team. Jimmy does that all the time.
You ready?
Matt, I
You
know
ready?
you're a Jimmy hater, but
Close us out.
No. You ready? With what my twin just said. Yeah, whatever. He. But look at who's arguably defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? And who is that dude too?
Facts. Man played really, really well in the playoffs.
I'm talking about Rudy Gobert and really
true. Yeah, they
you
have
know,
they
instilling
both
that in Rudy. Yeah, 100. But same similarity. Jimmy's gonna be that guy to lead, uplift his team, and hold them accountable 100%. But give them that energy that they need. You know what I'm
and
saying?
people are gonna forget also. This is the last thing. Terry Rozier will be the closeout player for that team. He will take the last shot.
Or Tyler Hero. I can see both.
No, but like, bro, he's more of a vet. Like, I get it with Hero, but like, and Hero's hit big shots in the finals, whatever. I'm telling you, like, Jimmy, yeah, can he take your last shot? Sure, but
Terry's a
back
bucket.
to this video. You come back to this timestamp when it's either the first or second round or whatever it is, and Terry Rozier hits a big shot, and I'm gonna tell you, I told you so.
Yep. But that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how far you think the Heat are going to go in the playoffs. And peace.